If you're a nurse who's been trying to build an online business for a while, have you ever stopped and wondered why it feels so hard sometimes? I don't necessarily mean the work itself. I mean, why does it feel like you're constantly starting over? You get excited about one idea, then you hear about something else. Then someone tells you that that platform is dead, so you need to be over here now. Then another coach says, you're doing it all wrong. Before you know it, you're pulled in 10 different directions, wondering if you're making any progress at all. I know exactly what that feels like because that's how I spent years trying to build my business. For the longest time, I thought I just hadn't found the right business yet. I kept thinking, maybe this is the one. Then I'd jump into something new. I'd get excited, work really hard for a while, then I'd lose momentum, and I'd start looking for the next thing. Looking back now, I don't think my biggest problem was choosing the wrong business. I think my biggest problem was the way I was trying to build one. And that's what I want to talk to you about today because something has really changed for me over the last several months. For the first time in a long time, I'm actually enjoying building my business. Not because everything is suddenly easy. Trust me, it's not. I'm still learning. I'm still making mistakes. I'm still figuring things out as I go. But it doesn't feel forced anymore. It actually feels fun. And I honestly haven't been able to say that in a long time, in a very long time. I felt like I had to be everywhere. I'd post on Facebook. Then I'd worry I wasn't showing up enough on Instagram. Then I'd think maybe I should be on TikTok. Maybe I should start a podcast. Maybe I should be writing a blog. It felt like every time I opened YouTube, somebody else was telling me there was another platform I needed to be on or another strategy I needed to learn. Instead of getting really good at one thing, I was spreading myself thinner and thinner. It honestly felt like I was constantly working, but never really moving forward. Now I'm doing something completely different. I've put my blinders on. I've stopped worrying about what everybody else is doing. I've picked one platform that feels right for me, and I'm giving myself permission to get really good at it. For me, that's YouTube. Now, that doesn't mean YouTube is right for you. At the end of the day, you have to decide which platform fits your personality, your lifestyle, and the kind of business you want to build. But I can tell you this, trying to be everywhere, chasing every shiny object, and constantly changing directions, that's the fast track to burning yourself out. And I know because I've lived it. If I would have looked at my business a year ago or even 2 years ago, it would have looked completely different than it does today. Back then, I always felt like I needed to be doing more. If I wasn't posting everywhere, I felt guilty. If I wasn't trying the newest strategy, I thought I was falling behind. And somewhere along the way, I started believing that if I wanted to build a successful business, I had to be everywhere all the time. I don't know if you've ever felt that way, but it's exhausting, especially when you're still working as a nurse. You come home after a long shift or a long day, and instead of feeling excited to work on your business, you already feel behind. If you've been nodding your head through this video, I'd love to invite you to join my free Nurse Second Act Insider list. Every week, I send one personal email where I share what I'm learning as I build this business, the mistakes I'm making, the little wins along the way that I wish someone would have told me years ago. It's really just a place where we can keep having these conversations outside of YouTube. If that sounds like something you'd enjoy, I'll put the link right below this video. One thing I've noticed is the more I tried to do, the less I actually felt like I was accomplishing. I was busy all the time, but I wasn't really building anything. Now I've started asking myself a completely different question. Instead of what else should I be doing, I ask, what can I stop doing? That one question has taken so much pressure off. I've given myself permission to stop trying to keep up with everyone else. I've stopped worrying about whether I'm missing the next big thing because there will always be another platform, another strategy, another course, another person telling you this is the only way to do it. For me, I've chosen YouTube because it fits who I am. I enjoy sitting down and talking through ideas. I enjoy telling stories, creating something that might help another nurse 6 months or even 2 years from now. That feels so much more meaningful to me than creating something that disappears by tomorrow. Now, does that mean YouTube is the right platform for you? Maybe, maybe not. That's something only you can decide. But I do believe this: when you find a way to build your business that fits your personality and the kind of life you want, building starts feeling a whole lot less like work and a whole lot more like something you actually look forward to. One thing I've caught myself doing lately is looking back over the last several years a little differently. I used to think, why did it take me so long to figure this out? Or, I wish I would have done this years ago. And maybe you've caught yourself saying things like that too. But the more I've thought about it, I don't think I would have been ready. Not back then. I think I needed to go through all of it. I needed to try coaching. I needed to try affiliate marketing. I needed to jump into a few things that, looking back, probably weren't the best fit for me. Because every one of those experiences taught me something. One showed me I really enjoyed creating content. Another showed me that talking all day on Zoom isn't what I want to spend my time doing. And little by little, I started figuring out what actually fit me instead of what everybody else said should fit me. I guess that's why this feels so different now. I'm not waking up wondering what I should chase next. I'm not looking for another business. I'm not searching for another platform. I already know where my focus is. Now it's just a matter of showing up and getting a little better every week. That takes so much pressure off. And I can't even tell you how good that feels. I don't feel like I'm forcing myself to build a business anymore. It just feels like something I genuinely want to sit down and work on every day. And I really hope you get to that place too. Maybe it ends up being YouTube. Maybe it doesn't. That part really isn't the point. The point is finding something that fits you well enough that you're excited to come back to it tomorrow. Because when you're excited to come back to it tomorrow, you're a whole lot more likely to still be working on it a year from now. And I think that's where so many people miss out. Not because they picked the wrong business, but because they never gave themselves a chance to enjoy building it. And if any part of this conversation felt familiar, I'd love to invite you to join my free Nurse Second Act Insider list. That's where I share more of what's happening behind the scenes, the decisions I'm making, what's working, what isn't, and all the little lessons I'm picking up as I build this business. I'd really love to have you there. And before you head out, I want to point you to one more video. I think it goes really well with this one because it's where I share the mistake that kept me spinning my wheels for years. If this conversation resonated with you, I definitely watch that one next. I'll meet you over there.